Okay, I am not a hater. I am not a new Trek hater. I enjoyed the first two seasons of Star Trek Discovery. I loved the third and final season of Star Trek Picard. A lot of people were like, "Oh, that's fan service." Blah blah blah. I cried during the finale of Star Trek Picard. Um, I'm not, I'm not like anti woke. I'm woke 1.0. Okay, I'm very woke. But Strange New Worlds season 4 is the Gaza of television. Okay, what has happened to Strange New Worlds is the equivalent of what is going on in southern Lebanon and Gaza. Okay? It's so bad YouTubers don't even they don't even bother to hate on it anymore. There's like you can't even get clicks for hating on it. I'm nobody's gonna go watch this video. I'm just making this video to express my genuine heartache for what has been done. Let me just say this: the first episode was all right. The first episode, the Enterprise goes back in time. There's a civilization on Mars. The Enterprise accidentally does something that leads to the extinction of the dinosaurs. Does it make sense? No, but it was reasonably entertaining. So I give that episode a 6 out of 10. It was all right. Episode 2 is when things fall off the rails. Okay, they do a horror genre. They do like a haunted spaceship, except it's not scary. It's completely regarded. I give it a 0 out of 10, and I'm being extremely generous when I say 0 out of 10. If you think I'm hyperboling, I dare you to watch it yourself. I dare you. Try to make it 45 minutes through season 4, episode 2, if you think I'm exaggerating. Okay? When I say 0 out of 10, I'm being extremely generous. Episode 3 is worse. Okay? It's another genre episode. This time they're doing comedy. They're doing a play on The Hangover or Dude, Where's My Car? Dude, where's my script? Whoever wrote that, get in the bin. You are garbage. Okay, you need, whoever wrote that episode 3, needs to be brought in front of the ICC to face charges. They are the Netanyahu of producers. They're the Netanyahu of writers, whoever wrote episode 3. Episode 4, I give it a minus a million out of 10. I don't want to say a minus a billion out of 10. I think that might be going a little bit too far, arguably. So just to be fair, I'm going to give episode 4, the black and white episode, minus a million out of 10. I think that is, I think that's fair. And I don't feel sorry for millionaires, right? Like whenever tragedy befalls a millionaire, I'm like, good, okay? But I kind of feel sorry for Anson Mount, Captain Pike, because he's a good actor. He came from that great TV show, Hell on Wheels. Highly recommend Hell on Wheels. And he was genuinely excited to play the captain on Star Trek. And they've turned it into a joke. The writers are completely regarded. If I were granted temporary emergency powers a la Sulla back in ancient Rome, it wouldn't be on the top of my list to arrest the producers and writers of season 4. It wouldn't be on the top of my list of things to do trying to save the country, but it would be up there. It would definitely, before I surrender my emergency powers to the Senate, as Sulla did 2,000 years ago, before I surrender my powers, I'm going to have a talk with the writers and producers of Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4. Take a look at the Star Trek subreddit, by the way. There's like 12 people left. There's 12 people left jerking themselves off about how, actually, this is my favorite season ever. They're just a bunch of bots and AI agents talking to one another. You know what's so bad about this season? Actually, this season's pretty good. You know, it's the same bot farms they did for the Marvels. Remember the Marvels? I think they hired the same bot farms. They all have the same speech patterns. I don't know what everybody's talking about. This season's actually good. I actually liked episode 2. I don't know what you mean. Bleh. I hope LLMs aren't conscious. I hope LLMs don't actually have consciousness, because if they have to subject themselves to that would be a human rights violation. You know what I mean? Now, is my attitude in part a reflection of me being flat broke? Possibly. It's possible, because you guys know I'm experiencing a personal version of the 2008 financial crisis. I've had to sell off everything. I've had to sell off all my watches. So let's find out what the top 10 Casios are, since that may be all I can afford going forward.
10. Casio MTP Tiffany. 9. G-Shock 6900 series. Nice. 8. The Casio Tank.
No.
7. The Casio World Time. 6. The G-Shock 2100 series. 5. The Casio Duro. 4. The Casio Databank. 3. G-Shock 5600 series. 2. The Casio F91W. And 1. The Casio A168W.
Okay, good. That's
top
what
10
I have.
Casios.
I have the
10. Casio MTP.
I have the gold A168, which is the poor person's equivalent to the Rolex Pikachu. And let me say this, if the FDA approves a certain novel drug later this year or early next year, and it's then bought out by Big Pharma by mid-2027, I will be getting a gold Pikachu on Oysterflex on the gray market. Okay? Instead of setting that money aside, I will be paying a premium on the gray market for a Pikachu. And escorts as well. I will be drowning in escorts. And you can say, well, that's exploitation. I thought you were a communist. I thought you were woke 1.0. That's exploitative. But I would say to you that that's kind of what makes it hot. The exploitive nature is kind of what makes it hot. So if the FDA decision goes my way, I will be rocking a Pikachu and many escorts.